Hello folks and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party, and let's try Blood Alloy. Blood Alloy is a game by Suppressive Fire. There's a Kickstarter going right now. It has a $50,000 goal. It ends on October 10th, 2013. If you back it for $15 or more, you do get a DRM free version of the game when it's released. It's also on Steam Greenlight. It's going to be on Mac, Windows, and Ouya. There's also a demo available. I will put links to all of that below the video description. All that said, let's go ahead and jump right on in. Now, what is Blood Alloy? Blood Alloy is a Metroidvania style game, and the creators have said multiple times that they draw a lot of the combat inspiration from Dark Souls. Now, you might want to say, well, how does this game draw combat inspiration from Dark Souls? It doesn't seem very Dark Souls right? Well, if you look at the top left, you have three bars. You have your green bar, which is your health, your gray bar, which is your grenades, and then your blue bar, which is your stamina. You can see is when I dodge or shoot or jump, they all use stamina. So a lot of Dark Souls combat is, as many of you know from watching my LP or playing it yourself, is very stamina based. It's all about, well, no, it's a lot about managing your stamina. So this game is going to be the same thing. So using my shield doesn't take stamina. However, when it gets hit, it does take stamina. Now, the first thing that's going to come to mind here, sorry, I clicked off the screen. Unfortunately, demo does not grab my mouse properly, so it sometimes will click outside. So this is just a kind of a playroom for, basically there are just waves of enemies that pop up to give you an idea of how the combat is going to work. My big issue is going to be the controls. As a keyboard and mouse enthusiast myself, these type of games, I have serious issues learning how to jump and shoot and wall climb and dodge and shield all at the same time. Generally, I would prefer a controller for this type of game. Dark Souls, Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, I can imagine using a controller for those type of games. However, you do have this cursor, as you can see, that I'm moving around, which dictates where we aim. So for me, it's going to be quite a while for me to to really learn the controls and feel natural with them. However, a lot of people will get right into that, because games like House of the Dead Ninjas, the Adult Swim game, I never got into it because you couldn't use a controller, at least when it first came out. I think they have since fixed that. But at least when it was released, it did not have controls, and I just didn't want to spend the time, frankly, learning how to use them on the keyboard. And I'm having a lot of problems with this wall jump. I don't know quite why. Wall jumping in particular is always weird on keyboard and mouse. Basically, what you have to do is jump and then let go of the left button and then hold the right button, or D in this case. So yes, right now, as far as I can tell, there's no controller support. I can kind of see why. Again, you can see I've got a crosshair that I use to aim. You can also make her dance, the music. Which, by the way, I really like the music. I think it really fits with the atmosphere here. Oops. You can also only take care of this missile guy. That's his official name. The developers did not know that, but it is now a missile guy. Now, and you also have different, oh god, I thought he was dead. Different weapons. You have, this is your basic laser pistol, giving you the pew-pews. You also have the grenade launcher. As you can see, that made my gray bar drop. That is indicates how many grenades I have left. This is a shotgun, and then you have the "Are You Feeling Lucky, Punk?" hand cannon, basically, which does a lot of damage, but also takes a lot of energy. So you can see I took the guy with 2 hits, and normally he takes quite a few with the regular pulse pistol. I don't know, that's probably not the real name, but it can be now. You're welcome, developers. So you can see there is some platforming going on here, for very light platforming. That time he took 3 hits for some reason. Now, I don't like the shotgun. I can't really find much use for it. Like, I would just rather use the hand cannon pretty much at any time. Oh god. because it does so much more damage. The shotgun also has a really bad habit, if I can find an enemy over here. Oh. It's, you can also shoot the rockets, which I can totally appreciate. There's other abilities that you have too, like you can do a slide. So you can slide and shoot at the same time. However, that uses energy like a mofo. So you might want, if you're going to slide, you probably want to use like the laser pistol, or just do it very short bursts. But that's no fun. I want to slide across the entire floor. Yeah. You can also do rocket jumps. Let's get up here. Well, actually, let's do it from here. You can charge it up. Oops. I always press the wrong button. Luckily, that doesn't damage you. Oop. Hold on. Oop. Wrong button, I think. Am I pressing the... Yes. I'm pressing the wrong button. You can also decide where you jump by your cursor. You see as I move the cursor, it dictates where we fly off to. Oh, this is kind of a nasty situation. Luckily, he shot his buddy. Wow, he's blowing the hell out of his own enemies. Thank you, pal. Should recruit this dude. He's doing better than me. You can see there's some hitbox issues here. Those rockets are hitting me through the wall, which obviously they shouldn't be. But again, keep in mind this is like pre-alpha demo. This is just to give folks a chance to try it out. And this is not going to be the full game again. The game is going to be a Metroidvania, which if you're not familiar with that term, basically it means, as with games such as Super Metroid and Castlevania Symphony of the Night, you spend a lot of your time exploring very large, non-linear dungeons, picking up upgrades, etc., etc. And people really love their Metroidvanias. I'm okay with them. I'm not a huge fan. Now, the thing that attracted me the most of this game was the combat, the promises of the combat. I like fast-paced action combat. I love Bayonetta. I love the Devil May Cry. I love that type of really fast action. I also love the combat in Dark Souls, so I thought, oh wow, this game is going to be perfect for me. And like I say, the main issue I have is more of my own issues with the controls. Hello. Flew up at my feet. What a nice guy. So my issue would be the controls. Not that the controls are bad, but it's more along the lines of I have to learn how to use them. If you are like me and you tend to use a controller for games like this, you might also have similar difficulties. Now there's some bugs that I noticed, or at least I'm assuming they're bugs. Sometimes when I do that, you see she's holding her hands up. There's supposed to be a light shield there. See, like that. So sometimes when I try to make the shield doesn't come up, which causes some obvious problems when you're under heavy fire. Let's see if there's anything over here. So that is an issue, but again, I'm assuming that's a bug. I don't see any other reason why just randomly the shield wouldn't pop up. Maybe it's because you can't summon it quickly. No, I don't know. It seems to be kind of buggy. But again, keep in mind, early demo. Whoa. That hit me and hit some kind of big red thing on it. I have no idea what's down here. I don't know if I've made it this far. Nope. And again, right now, this is not going to be how the main game is. It's just, again, to get you used to the combat. You can dodge like this. But again, keep in mind, dodging uses stamina. So again, it's going to be all about that stamina. Well, not all about, but very strongly tied to stamina management. Which I like that idea. I'll be interested to see how it works in a side-scroller shooter. Oops, sorry, I was actually checking my notes and ran right into that guy. And again, I really dig this music. It's quite fitting, I think, for this type of game. We'll use a shotgun a little bit. Actually, we'll use the grenade launcher, because why not? Everybody likes grenades. One thing I have an issue with on the guns is that, at least right now, right now there's not any real variety, right? It's all shoot, bullet comes out, does X amount of damage. Some guns do more damage, some do less. Some drain more stamina, some drain less. I would like to see a little bit more tactics in the gun. So, for example, like the grenade launcher. It would be cool if the grenade didn't blow up, like maybe if it bounced on the ground unless it hit an enemy, so that I can, shoot it down a shaft. Or some kind of trip mines to use to lure enemies into a trap, or a freeze gun, or reflect, like some kind of upgrade to the shield where maybe the shield doesn't use as much energy, but it reflects projectile, or it maybe doesn't defense me as well, but it reflects projectiles. Again, I'm going way too into this right now because, again, the game's still running a Kickstarter, so it's a little bit too early to be asking for all these features, I realize. But just kind of throwing some just my initial impressions based on this demo out there. One of my other issues is I have a big issue with getting hit by enemies off the screen. You've probably noticed that so far. A lot of times the turrets, you can't see them because you're so zoomed into your character. So if you're new to an area, it's very easy to take easy damage because the turrets can fire very, very quickly. And by the time you hear the sound, you might be fighting another enemy, or you just caught completely off guard and you don't have enough time to react. So I would like to see that aspect looked at, because it can be pretty darn frustrating to be constantly hit by enemies that I can't see. The jetpack is a little weird as well. Maybe, again, it could just be something that takes time to get used to. I can't find a lot of use for it. The same goes for the floor slide. Floor slide, again, unless you've made sure that you've cleared all the enemies on the ground, seems to be an easier way to, a surefire way to get hit. Because you'll end up basically sliding right into enemies. So let's try to do it here, though. Oops. Yeah, I still got hit by the missiles, but they were missiles, so I got hit more by the splash damage. And it uses so much of your stamina, but it is fun to do, though. Who doesn't want to just slide on the ground, pushed by rocket packs, and shoot at enemies? Again, obviously these are balance changes. This is by no means a near final build, so I'm sure these things will be looked at, evaluated, and changed as they deem necessary. But I think that gives you basically the idea of how this works. Make sure to check this out yourself. Again, it is on both Kickstarter and Steam Greenlight, so go vote for it or contribute to it if you would like to see this game get finished. I know I would. Make sure to share this video with others, shameless self-promotion, or just their Kickstarter page, because again, they do have a demo, so anybody can. Oh god, no, that was a bad life choice. Anyone can try this out. They also have an exploration demo, and I was going to show that off, but honestly, it's really buggy, and a lot of your abilities are not working. Like, I got stuck in a wall, I couldn't wall climb, I couldn't dodge, I couldn't use my shield, but there were still enemies. So I don't really know if it was worth showing off, especially because I kept running into some interesting bugs. But they do have both available on their webpage, which again will be linked in the video description if you would like to check them out. One other thing I'm going to inject in here is that I forgot to mention was that the developer also mentioned there's going to be branching storyline choices. So things that you do in the game will have lasting effects and will open up different areas. So if you make one choice, you'll go to area A. If you make another choice, you'll go to area B. And again, according to developers, that will actually have an effect on the end of the game. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Thank you guys for watching. Leave comments. Let me know what you think of this game and of this video. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this and Let's Plays. And I shall see you next time.